friends when you see me, that's it. They ain't even like me last year. Now they know my face. China on the base, we be in the place. Like the K.CD. They watch me like I'm on TV. Brought this back, but I ain't got receipt. Coking up Bobby Flay when I'm on this beat, yeah. They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the highway. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place. They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in the highway. All about my cheese, it's a bad race. If you win it first, you in last place. 20 women know me, fall like Titanic. Sounded like Do Re Mi, like a zombie, running empty. You can see my show it to your hubby. Please don't get annoyed, you be talking like you got a point. I got hundreds in my pocket, I got hundreds from Detroit. Spend it on some things that I don't need because I do enjoy it. Don't be playing with my feelings, baby girl, it's not a toy. I'm the best out, sorry that you left out. If you thought of...
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got, hey Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien trophy, but something secondary that teams care about. Something you'd see players go into that extra gear for.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. And it's conference rivals squaring off tonight in this one, Steve. It might be the regular season, but this has a playoff feel to it, doesn't it?
These are the type of games you love to watch in the regular season, Kevin. The fans will be rowdy, the players fully engaged. We got a good one tonight.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Jackson and Turner man the post positions. Buddy Hield is out there with Halliburton. And it's Duarte in at the 3, the small forward. And for Miami, Strus on the wing along with Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Lowry in at the point. Tip-off goes to Miami. Outside Butler. Passes it to Strus. Adebayo at the elbow. To the inside, Butler. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet.
Not many bigs have Bam Adebayo's vision. Just another reason this coaching staff trusts him with the ball.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, looking back at the 2021 draft, I'm still shocked. Tyrese Halliburton fell to 12. My goodness.
What a steal Halliburton has been. He broke his wrist in college. And that scared some teams away, but boy, Tyrese has been awesome in the NBA.
Halliburton hits them both.
And the Pacers finished 25-57 last season, their worst record since the mid-'80s. Indiana deciding to go young, and with that comes growing pains.
Now, here's Strus, covered by Hield. Strus passes to Lowry. Clock at 4. Here's Butler. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And last season, a tough one, Indiana, with their lowest winning percentage, Greg, in over 30 years.
Yeah, but I loved how they approached the end of the season. Bringing in Tyrese Halliburton, playing a lot of the younger players, planning for the future.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Butler passes to Strus. Butler finds Lowry. Over Halliburton. It doesn't go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. Beyond the arc. Kept alive by Indiana. That's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Jackson looking around, tries again, lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Here's Butler, shot clock at 6. Adebayo kicks to Lowry. And it's good, 2 points.
This is what you get with Lowry, a confident shooter in these situations.
Halliburton against Lowry. Now, here's Halliburton. Not a lot of room. Good work defensively by Martin. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
He's a terror in the open court. Butler can beat you with power or finesse. It doesn't matter.
Halliburton against Lowry. Takes the three. And Tyrese Halliburton gets the three. Halliburton's got 7.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Adebayo kicks to Strus. Outside Lowry. Shoots the three. Good on the triple. Lowry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love the response from Lowry. When you drain a three on him, this guy's coming right back at you.
Halliburton for 3. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. Here's Strus. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Love the recognition. He realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. And of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian American head coach in any of the 4 major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Yurtseven's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Victor Oladipo comes in for Caleb Martin. Heroes checked in for Max Strus. And Vincent subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Yurtseven bounce pass. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That's a fantastic dribble move from Butler. He's extremely confident with his dribble.
Now, here's McConnell. D right on him. Here's Tice. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Great floor awareness there by Jimmy Butler, sensing one of his guys is open and gets it to him.
McConnell with it for 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Oladipo outside. Here's Hero. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Here's McConnell. Finds himself wide open and drills it. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Hero. Here's Vincent. He's covered by McConnell. And the Heat, another 3.
Continues to develop as a playmaker. It's nice to see Tyler Hero create for others.
Here's McConnell. Yep, it counts. McConnell's got 6. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Butler kicks to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Good save it. It's rebounded by Tice.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Here's McConnell, and the layup falls. 8 points for him.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Heat. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this.
Coming out on the court, your Miami Heat.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And so in the game for the Pacers. Smith is out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Buddy Hield. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Duarte in at the 3 spot. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. Left side Lowry. Fires the 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Lowry's got 8 points.
Over the years, Kyle Lowry has become a volume 3-point shooter. You see why with these results.
And Bam Adebayo. Steve, what a force he's become over the years.
He has, Kevin. The impact really started once he became a starter. And you've seen his scoring go to the roof.
Hield from outside. Miami grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Martin missing. Pacers trail by 8. It's Turner, high post. Adebayo on him.
And back in 2021, Miles Turner put up a crazy stat line. 7 made threes, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Just the 4th time someone has reached those numbers in a game.
Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. He misses the free throw. And for Turner, Greg, that ridiculous line has been equaled by only 2 players ever.
Hey, Kevin, how about that? Only Karl Anthony Towns and Vince Carter, who've had the combination of threes, rebounds, and blocks, shows you how special Turner's all-around game is.
Here's Adebayo, and it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Hield against Robinson. Latrey. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Now, we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. When you think of backcourt offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
And Miami making a change here. Strus is checked in, and a change for the Pacers. Jackson, he's checked in for Jalen Smith. And it's Strus missing. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Hield, misses in close.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Outside Robinson. Martin finds Robinson. Now Strus. Here's Martin, and Turner with the block. Now here's Hield, defended by Strus. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And playing 4 years of college often hurts your draft status, but he got healed ready for the NBA. And by his second year, he's one of the team's best starters.
That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. You know, Smitty, what's incredible about Miami's D, they don't need to block a ton of shots to protect the rim.
Kevin, it's all about awareness, communication, and positioning. Whether they're in zone or man, they stay completely connected almost every possession.
Timeout called, the Heat. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Down low. Strus passes to Robinson. To the middle. Inside. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hield. Turner against Lowry. Turner dishes to Hield. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Martin. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 5 now.
Nice work down low from Duncan Robinson. Not normally his specialty, but he made it work.
Lowry against Halliburton. The shot comes out. Well, he'd go the other way with it. Poke loose. Turner with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Duarte. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
The Heat leading by 7. And Lowry gets double teamed. And there's the pass to Strus. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Turner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Halliburton inside the three-point line. Rebound by the Heat. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Lowry. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Crafty play from Kyle Lowry in the paint, getting by the defense into his shot.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And the man who many consider the greatest Raptor of all time, Kyle Lowry.
He said he plans to retire in Toronto someday. He's already had a street named after him there. And in time, probably a statue in his honor as well.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Yurtseven's checked in for Martin. Victor Oladipo comes in for Robinson. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Max Strus. And Vincent subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Hero. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Tyler Hero hammering it down. Playing with a lot of confidence.
McConnell's scanning the floor. Over Vincent. No good that time. And the Heat going the other way now. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami.
Jimmy Butler.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Vincent's shot is good.
And we know about Oladipo as a scorer, but he's a team guy first and loves to make the right play.
Here's Turner. Tice trying to break free. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Turner. Oladipo outside. Pass to Hero. Lets it go with the three. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists in the game. Indiana's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's McConnell. That 3 off the mark. So Oladipo will bring it up for Miami. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. 26 seconds left here in the second.
Indiana foul.
The Heat shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Third team foul.
That's good from Hero.
Hero is a huge player for this team. A guy who does a little bit of everything out there.
And Hero drops them both. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
What a physical play from Butler, going for a dunk and jamming it right in on top of the defense.
McConnell, good, nice job down low. McConnell's got 10 points. And so it's Miami out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And now let's catch up with David.
Thanks very much.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played. And that'll...
Here come the Heat dancers, everybody.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
At court pair will be Lowry and Strus. Jimmy Butler is out there with Martin, and it's Adebayo in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Miami. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And I just love his competitiveness he's showing there. The team might be down, but a drive like that could spark them.
Turner against Adebayo. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Butler. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
Not surprised to see Jimmy come down with the offensive rebound. He plays with heart and hustle.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Pacers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Buddy Hield.
And he's good on the second.
We all know Hield can shoot it, but for him to get better, he's got to keep adding different dimensions to his game. Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
Hield with the bucket.
A guy like Buddy out-hustles other players on the floor. He gets inside, and there he finishes strong.
Here's Butler, and it's Miami with another. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
To the middle, here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
This is where Bam goes to work, which in turn draws the D's attention.
And last season, Bam Adebayo said it was disrespectful that he wasn't named a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, no arguing here. He's definitely an elite defender. Second team all defense 3 years running. Great toughness and versatility.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Takes it from 10, and the basket by Lowry. That's 12 points for Kyle Lowry.
Lowry is just so quick with the ball with both hands that he can lose a defender in a hurry.
Lowry against Halliburton. He kicks it to Hield. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Martin. The Heat leading by 21. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for Max Strus.
Team foul. Now in the game, Duncan Robinson.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. It's a hand on it.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been a tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And Smitty, no doubt the veteran Kyle Lowry certainly possesses a lot of that wisdom at this stage of his career.
Greg, he's one of those guys that his teammates respect. A proven champion that plays with toughness and intelligence, and a big part of this team.
Halliburton passes to Hield. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
3.
Hield's got 6 here in this quarter.
And never shying away from a 3. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
Pass to Robinson. Adebayo with the ball. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yurtseveni's checked in for the Heat. Girl comes in for Caleb Martin. Here's Hero. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, we know how Tyler Hero's a bucket. But
now
still, lots of room for growth. Last season, the 6th Man of the Year winner. He really did struggle, though, in the postseason.
And, Greg, you look at the playoff shooting percentages for Hero, tailing off from his regular season numbers.
And, Kevin, that's not uncommon for a younger player, but the playoffs are what matters. And to be a star, that's when you've got to deliver.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's McConnell, and Butler sends it back.
Known for being a strong defender, Butler takes pride in blocking shots.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
McConnell against Lowry. Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. Good work defensively by Lowry. Here's Butler. Rebound by Smith. For Indiana, they've gone somewhat subpar, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Mathurin, good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Down low, Butler. And the rejection by Smith. And he's able to get it back. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Pacers. Brissett comes in for Nesmith. Here's Mathurin. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Yurtsevin passes to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I'm sure Coach is loving what Jimmy Butler is doing. Playing with real heart and getting his points.
And it's blocked. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Chris Duarte is checked in for Jalen Smith.
Chris Duarte.
1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Tice. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Inside, here's Mathurin. Victor Oladipo grabs the miss. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
And at full speed, there aren't a lot of people that can prevent Lowry from finishing on the break.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Mathurin. Here's McConnell. No good with the triple. Miami's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Crafty play by Jimmy, sticking with his shot despite the close D to draw the foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Butler. And so Butler nails both of them.
You know, with a strong presence, great toughness, Jimmy Butler has a major effect on the culture of your team.
Here's McConnell. There's the pass to Brissett. And it goes out of bounds. That went off McConnell.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Hero from deep three-point territory. And so it's Miami in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got Nesmith. Jackson is out there with Taylor. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Brissett in at the 5, roaming the paint. Good saving. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Passes it to Yurtseven. No good that time. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Here's Taylor. And the 3 off target. Miami's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Vincent. He's covered by Halliburton. Here's Strus. Trains the three-pointer.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Halliburton. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
For a skinny guy, Haliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Here's Haliburton. That doesn't go either for Haliburton. And the foul on Isaiah Jackson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And some changes here for the Heat. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Yurtseven. That's Haslam in for Butler. Smith checked in for the Pacers. Doubled by Haliburton to the paint. Here's Haslam. It's rebounded by Indiana.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Here's Taylor. Misses the 3. Miami's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Down low. Robinson, that's good. And it's 7 points for Robinson.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
Here's Haliburton. Good on the bucket.
Tyrese Haliburton.
The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Strus passes to Dedmon. And it's blocked. Here's Taylor. No good from outside. And Miami shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Haslam, that's good.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Haliburton inside the three-point line. That one a little long. The Heat have gone 6 of 9 in their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Dedmon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Aggressive move by Dedmon. Challenge mentality draws contact.
A free throw drops for Dedmon. The Pacers making a switch here. McConnell's checked in. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. From deep three-point range, and it's Haslam with the rebound.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
5 to shoot. Here's Vincent. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible, and so far they've been super successful using this attack.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
So he comes up empty at the line. Pacers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Butler.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Pacers. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the drive. That's tipped. Pass to Brissett. Jacks up a 3. Shot by Taylor, no good. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jovic passes to Haslem. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Vincent. Miami no good on that time either. From deep. Off target with that shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Jimmy. I know you see defenses like that all the time, but it didn't seem to slow you down.
Not really. I mean, I guess I just had it going. We started double teaming them too, you know, and then they got so many great shooters, man. It's just good to win, though. At the end of the day, we win.
Yeah, I know that's what counts, man, but congrats on the win. Thanks. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
There you go again, head low, putting on a show again. It's the holidays, how come it always ends this way? You can't take the pressure off you just to put it on me. Talking to your friends on the phone, airing our dirty laundry. Strawberry, raspberry, candlelight, satellite, television, x-ray vision. What's it gonna take for you to listen? Well, you can change your mind now, but you can't change your decision. You can change your mind now, but you can't change your decision. Cause I don't really wanna talk about it. Many times you hurt me so much. Many times you hurt me so much. There you go again, putting on your own rodeo again. Then you push me out just to flash last over year. Well, I've been here 1,000 times, I don't wanna go again. I've been here 1,000 times, 1,001 won't be so bad. Well, strawberry, raspberry, candlelight, satellite, television, x-ray vision. Oh, what's it gonna take for you to listen?
Good to
Mind now, but you can't change your decision. I don't really wanna talk about it. Many times you hurt me so much. Many times you hurt me so much. I don't really wanna talk about it. Many times you hurt me so much. Too many times you said it was over. Yeah. I wanna talk about it. I don't really wanna talk about it. I don't wanna talk about it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Utah Jazz. So Phoenix will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Stoudemire out there with Chambers. Then it's Nash. And there's Davis. And it's Marion in at the 3 slot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Conley. The pass to Vanderbilt. Kicks to Sexton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Chambers. Over Conley. Chambers can't make the basket. Conley scanning the floor. Phoenix grabs the miss. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And Phoenix has possession. And the basket by Chambers. Chambers got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Sexton. Nice ball movement by Utah. He gets that one.
Well, that's a terrific shot selection by Kelly Olynyk, demonstrating that soft touch on the floater.
Here's Nash. Makes it off the glass.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up with it.
Conley dishes to Olynyk. Pass to Conley. Tries it from 9. Stoudemire grabs the miss.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Davis with the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
Conley, the pass to Vanderbilt. Outside Conley. Back to Sexton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first.
Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
Colin Sexton, 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. And so here's Phoenix. Here's Nash. Out to Marion. Second chance shot. Vanderbilt with the block. Conley against Stoudemire. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And now let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
The offensive rebound outside for Davis. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Davis has got 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Sexton. Back to Conley. Vanderbilt the pass to Markkanen. And Sexton has it in the corner. Good on the three-point shot.
How about the response from Colin Sexton with some range?
Here's Davis. Here's Chambers. And that one is hammered home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And then for Phoenix, Marley's checked in for Marion. Devin Booker comes in for Davis, and Dennis Johnson's subbed in for Steve Nash. Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to